Peace. What up, everybody? Look, it's natural that in life we go through highs and we go through lows. You feel me? It's natural. That's always going to happen. And man, it's been some times where I was going through some lows and people around me was also going through it, and everybody is different. In those spaces. Some people are motivated. Some people are just like dying to get back to the highs, you feel me? But the most, it is very important to embrace all of it, to embrace the whole thing. You feel me? When I teach kids chess, I tell them all the time, you're gonna make a bad move. It's very likely. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna make a mistake. You might make a mistake, and it's natural. But what I tell them is, it's not making the mistake that you really need to focus on. It's what led you there and how you carried it afterwards. The mistake is just a point. It's just a little checkpoint inside of the process, you feel me? And it's not a mistake. Maybe it's a bad choice or a bad decision, whatever you want to call it. But that is just one point. It happened. It's over. Now, how do we deal with the aftermath? That's everything. It's not the mistake that you make, it's the moves that you make after that end up determining whether or not you win the game, whether or not you end up somewhere you want to be, or, So, man, when you're going through shit like that, I'm talking about like really bad shit, some of the worst shit that you ever been through. I believe that it is helpful to use your delusion. All right? Use your delusion, mix it in some optimism. I call it delusion though because you don't know when you're gonna rise again. You don't fucking know. You know what I'm saying? You don't know. So you really want to act as if you already have, as if you already see it coming. You want to act like it. You feel me? And it's not really an act because you've been there before. You've been in a better position before. But even when you're not, even when everything is going sideways, even when you know what I'm saying, you everything is fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like your dad going to jail, you and your mom not getting along, your sister pregnant by somebody that she don't need to be pregnant. Whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? You just lost your job. You know what I'm saying? Like you beefing with your BM. She not letting you see your kid. Like whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? That's like makes you want to drink, make you want to smoke, make you want to escape. Whatever lows you go through that make you want to escape, you gotta tell yourself, man, like I'm bigger than this, because you are. You more than it. You know what I'm saying? You can be, but you have to choose to be. You have to choose to be so. You have to choose to believe. You got to choose to think that way. You got to choose it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people speak reasonable doubt. Like, it's reasonable. I don't know if we're going to be here tomorrow. We don't know. This shit. Sometimes you got to watch the way you speak. Because that is also another tool that you have, whether or not you're aware of it. The things that you say, they have a way of steering your thoughts. You know what I'm saying? And influencing your feelings. It's okay to break down. Nothing wrong with that. When that shit is over with, when you get back up and you catch your breath, it's time to stand the fuck up. It's time to stand the fuck up. It's time to man the fuck up. It's just you just have to push yourself. Sometimes you gotta push yourself into a position. I'm not ready yet. I'm still all right. I got you. I'm going to push you there. I'm gonna put you in position. Okay. That could be something as simple as stepping outside, taking a walk. That could be something as simple as exercising. That could be something as simple as not talking to a certain person or engaging in a certain activity. Putting yourself in position, to to elevate once again, you know. You can't beat yourself up after you just got beat up. You can't. You, People get whooped and then they start whooping themselves. That's not fucking helpful, bruh. What does it mean to beat yourself up afterwards? Ah man, you keep reminding yourself of whatever it is that you didn't like, that you went through. You keep talking about it. You keep talking negatively about it. You keep speaking in an air of uncertainty about the situation. You know what I'm saying? No, 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 no. You can't do that. You can't do that. Anybody that's doing that, you gotta put a lid on them. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a questionable person to be around anyway. But anybody that's speaking doubt, uncertainty, negativity while you going through them situations, especially, you gotta distance yourself. You can't communicate with that. You can't engage with that, because you responding to it is gonna let the universe know that you want to move towards that energy, and that's not what you want. People call it willpower. People call it mental fortitude. It's a bunch of names for it. Courage, optimism. I don't know what the word is for it. I don't know what it is. It's mental, it's emotional, it's spiritual, it's energetic in all ways. But I don't know, man. You got to find a way to enjoy the worst parts of the process. You know what I'm saying? I think the best part of Instagram for a lot of people is getting all the attention, you know? But once you do get all of that attention and you do build up some sort of fan base, whatever it is you do, once you do that, a part of the process is consistency, continuing to make posts and collaborating. And collaborating might be more fun, but maybe doing the actual work and being consistent is not your favorite part of the process. But you just got to see it as a whole thing. You got to see it as the whole thing. There is no highs without these. You know what I'm saying? It don't exist without that. They are one, And most of the time when we find ourselves in these situations, I mean, I would say all the time, when we find ourselves in these situations, we put ourselves there. We put ourselves there. I was just writing some lyrics earlier, and I said, man, like I said, prison is built inside the mind first. Not the first person to say that. I probably heard that somewhere, but it's real. Like, before all these things externally, they're internal things. They're emulations of internal, you know, internal processes. You know what I'm saying? People build prisons in their mind first, before it starts to play out. And I talked about, I've broken addictions and I went back. I said, "Ooh, I'm feeling good. I got this shit now." You know what I'm saying? It's been a while. I ain't did this in a little while. I could dip, I could dab, go right back into the trap. I think when you forget the misery behind the lesson, man, that's when whatever energy is whatever energy makes up those pitfalls and those little traps. It's just like that energy start rubbing his hands like, yeah, you forgot about the pain, you forgot about the misery, you forgot that feeling, you forgot that feeling from when you was fucked up. You forgot the feeling. You can't forget that feeling. You can't forget. When you forget, that's when you start to get comfortable. That's when you start to get comfortable and you're like, I could ease up. And it's not like you gotta exhaust yourself and be on it and be in a state of pressure all the time. You know what I'm saying? But you just gotta be mindful. You just gotta be mindful throughout the entire process. You know what I'm saying? Just be mindful. Things going real good right now. Wow, things going great right now. Like, oh wow, yeah, yeah. That's when you start to do things differently. You start to change when you get up here. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I could do this differently. No, everything that moved you into that, everything that got you up there is gonna keep you up there. You gotta maintain it. It's easy to make money, but it's hard to keep it. You know, it's just you gotta stay strong. You gotta do things that make you feel smarter, that make you feel better, that make you feel good about yourself. You gotta do things. You gotta build up that momentum. You create joy in your life. You create it. It's not just something that just fucking happens to you. You create the joy. You making it. You know what I'm saying? By little by little by little by little by little over the course of days and months and weeks and years, you create joy. It's not something that you wait around for. You can't wait around for inspiration. You can't wait around for joy. You can't wait around for good things to happen. You gotta make it happen. And that's stepping into your power. Certain things, I don't even speak it because knowing the power of yeah, just knowing the power that I have, sometimes it disgusts me to even think about expressing things in a certain way or giving certain things power over me. That's not it. That's not it for real. That's not it. Man, it's some dark times. It's dark times for sure. A lot of shit is happening, but not without you. You know what I'm saying? That the shit ain't happening in my life to me without me making it so. You know what I'm saying? A lot of shit, yeah. This year is like a lot of reconstruction, destruction. You know what I'm saying? Like just different things. You know, just different things. I want to share though. I want to share and I want to be a bit more vulnerable, so I'm not just speaking around the lesson. Because maybe certain things that I've went through, you went through. You know what I'm saying? And I believe that when we talk about keeping our power, we gotta be fearless. I'm not saying reckless, but fearless. And I would like to just share, open up, and be vulnerable about certain things that I've been challenged with, even just in this past year. You know what I'm saying? My close relative was murdered. Um, in that situation, it wasn't just him that was, what I'm saying, that was murdered. It was more. It was a lot of things going on around that. Um, you know, I separated and broke off a relationship. I severed ties with somebody who I was building with. I was seeing the world with them. You feel me? I was seeing the world with them. We was, you know what I'm saying? We was parenting together. We were living together. We was performing in our craft together, and it didn't work out. You know, not just because of her, but also because of me. It just didn't work out. Then I got evicted. Nah. Then I lost my job. I lost my job. You know, when I lost my job, I was like, oh shit. I gotta pay. I'm finna pay these bills. You feel me? So I still had my crib, but it wasn't the first time I was late on some rent. So after that, I got evicted. You feel me? Came to stay here at my brother's crib. You know what I'm saying? We roommates now. He was going through some issues himself, so like we came together and split this rent in half, and I got a new job. You feel me? But then I got fired from that job. And it was times throughout that whole shit, bro. It was times like, man, I just cried a lot this year. I cried a lot this year. I'm talking about fucking on the ground, you know, feeling like in the kitchen, fucking in the living room, no furniture, just breaking down. Like, I cried a lot this year. And my confidence was really tested a lot this year. My self respect was tested a lot. You know what I'm saying? And it just gets to the point where you just stop being scared sometimes. You know, you just like, not like you numb to it, but it's like, bro, this is not going to stop me. I don't know what the fuck is gonna happen, but this is not it. This is not gonna be the thing that stops me. This is not gonna be the thing that break me. You know what I'm saying? This is not gonna be the thing that causes me to act totally out of character and do things I never do. Like, this ain't gonna be the thing that changes me into something I don't want to be. This gonna be something amongst other things that would help mold me and shape me into what I want it to shape me into. So, you know, a lot of things happen, but it's natural, just as natural it is for you to go through them highs and lows. It's natural for you to feel the anger, for you to feel the rage, for you to feel sadness. You feel me? It's natural for you to feel that shit. It's natural. You're gonna feel it. You know what I'm saying? You have to change your perspective around your emotions. You know what I'm saying? You gotta let that shit drive you crazy sometimes. Maybe I'm not saying the right things to certain people. Maybe somebody don't need to hear that, but that's what I tell myself. Like, shit, fuck it, we going crazy. Like, it's ending, it's over with. You know what I'm saying? Fuck, like, fuck it. Then like shit's gonna, you know what I'm saying? Shit is gonna, it's gonna do that. But no, I don't know who said something like I can't even see that. I don't know. I don't show emotion because I get bullied. Uh, I think that suppressing your emotions actually is some of the worst shit you could do. You know what I'm saying? Like, not showing emotions and internalizing all of that shit. It's like shooting a gun inside, and there's just a bunch of metal around. It's going to ricochet inside. You internalize it, it bounces off of you. Now you judging yourself. Now you talk it down to yourself. Now you whatever it is in ways that you know. But suppressing the emotion ain't it. This shit is supposed to make us feel shit. The things that we go through in life is supposed to make you feel. It's supposed to make you feel. You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to. that's what that's a part of the whole human experience. Like if we ain't feel shit, I think a lot of this would be all for nothing. So I don't know, man. I don't want to hold my feelings back for nobody. But I also understand that, when you're around other people, you a lot of times you'll tend to act different. And when we talk about like shifting your perspective and taking your power back, I'm gonna show you my emotions because I'm not holding in a fart for nobody. If I gotta sneeze, I'm a fucking sneeze. You know what I'm saying? If I if I need to cough, I'm a fucking cough. I cover my mouth, but I'm a cough. You know what I'm saying? Nobody is worth that to me. Nobody's worth that. Holding back, but we do it, and we've been conditioned, and you just gotta shake out of that shit. And over time, you know what I'm saying, it'll make more sense to you. You'll get it, and you're gonna see it work. You could trick yourself into, you know what I'm saying, feeling a certain way. You could trick yourself. You could trick yourself. You ever notice like when you stub your toe on something? A lot of times when you cut yourself, you might be cutting up onions in the kitchen. Ah. You ever notice when people say ah? It's like it's like we're trying not to be loud in our pain. You feel me? Isn't that not insane? Is that not insane? That we trying to be quiet about the pain that we feel because we don't want to inconvenience the ears of the people around us, or we don't. What the fuck? What if every time you stubbed your toe, what if every time you felt that, you just let it out? Now, you might be called crazy. You might be called crazy. You might get bullied even more in this person's case. That might not help. But it will help. It will help you. You're going to release that shit. You know what I'm saying? You're going to release that shit. Nobody is worth that. Nobody is worth you fucking internalizing and later on exploding in life. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's worth that. People snap every day. You gotta put yourself first. You know what I'm saying? You gotta put yourself first. You gotta put yourself first. Before you can, how you gonna help other people and do things rather than be, you know what I'm saying, impact other people if you're not putting yourself first? If you always put everybody else first, you know what I'm saying? You're only as good as the shit that you help other people build. You know? I hope that makes sense, but we just need to talk to ourselves more, y'all. That's a big part of like why I be on here like this, because when you speak your thoughts out loud and you make a sense of them, even journaling, you feel me, like getting your thoughts out there like is very, very, very important. It's very, very important. It's like cleaning up. It's like cleaning up. Imagine we're moving into a house and getting all this groceries in there and sauces and then all the cabinets, and you fill up all the cabinets with dishes and condiments, and you never reorganize in 10 years. That's somebody who never talks to themselves. That's somebody who doesn't sort their thoughts out. When you sort your thoughts out emotionally, it's cleansing. Trust me. I mean, when you clean up, you feel better a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? When it's dirty as hell, it's like, damn, but when you clean that shit up, and that's putting yourself first too. You gotta put yourself first. And we gotta realize that we are powerful. Assume that you control 90% of the things in your life. Just assume, okay? I know we got global warming and all this stuff and all these other people. I don't even know if Bill Gates exists. I don't even fucking know if Elon Musk is. I don't know who those. I don't know those people. They're not real people to me, for real. They're not fucking real. For all I know, those are fake people. What I'm saying is this. You gotta be driven from the inside out. You gotta really be so into yourself, and you got to be so self-involved that all that external shit is just, it's just not enough for you. It's not getting you going. It's not riling you up. You got to be so self-involved in order to create the type of joy that a lot of people desire in their life. You got to be self-involved, you know. And you got to, man, self-respect is big. Self-respect is big. Say you don't believe you got all this power, okay? Whatever. You say you don't believe in that. I don't think it's helpful, but whatever, okay? Ground yourself in that. Now, what can you change? You can always change the people that you're around. Or you could change how you act around the people that you be around if you can't really change that. You know, say you live with people, you can't change that. You could change how you act around them. You can change the people that you talk to. You could change the environment by cleaning up, going on a walk, going on a jog, going to a coffee shop or a gym, or just in different environment. You can always do that. You could change your environment. You could change the people that you interact and engage with. You could change your habits. In my experience, it's easiest to change habits by changing the people that you're around and the environments that you're in. You know, this is all about, back to that, the first thing I said when we hopped in this motherfucker. Like, that's the momentum. That's the momentum. Oh, I'm talking to all the right people, and I'm giving myself time to build. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving myself time to sort out my thoughts and journal, and I'm doing my artistic things. I'm making sure that I'm stable and financially, equipped and to handle different things. Like, that's the momentum of that. But there's a momentum that comes with, I'll let it slide this time. It's okay this time. There's a momentum that comes from that too. I really don't fuck with this person, but I guess I'll talk to them for a minute. That is telling the universe that you want more of that. Your body don't know. Your subconscious just your subconscious just does shit. You know what I'm saying? Your subconscious just is just subconscious. Your consciousness is everything that you're telling yourself. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and I'm this, and I'm that, and this what I like, and this what I don't like. That's your consciousness. But your subconscious is like, look, I don't know what you're saying. All I know is what we have been doing. I'm responding to that. So there's momentum, and you gotta understand that shit. You gotta understand that shit. Momentum. The way, something interesting I heard today was, the way you do one thing is the way you do everything. Certain things, just think about what you've been doing. I just picked up the phone for somebody that I just felt like, I don't want to talk to them. But I did it anyway. I did it anyway. Partially because my subconscious is trained, you know what I'm saying, to do shit like that sometimes. Or many times. You know, you gotta train your subconscious. You have to reprogram yourself. Like, the brain is a computer. I know people have heard that all the time. I feel like I'm just saying shit that I've heard, but these are things that I really feel, and this is like my roadmap to where I'm trying to go in life. This is the things that I use. These are the tools, the books, the articles, the information, and the research that I use. You feel me? I know I'm gonna feel good if I eat good. I know I'm gonna feel good if I educate myself. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm gonna feel good if I help people. This is just things that I know from experience. So, man, when you're going through a fucking dark ass time, you gotta ride that shit. it's gonna be crazy. It's supposed to be. It's supposed to be. It's not like, oh my God, this shit is falling apart and everything's falling apart. No, G, it's supposed to feel like that. It's supposed to feel like that when you going through, trying times like that. It's supposed to feel like that. And panicking is not. It's not gonna help you. You gotta stay calm and you gotta understand what's happening. You know what I'm saying? This is what's happening. That's what's happening. You gotta understand this is still happening. This is still happening. You just are you're at a certain point and time it might be moving slow for you. You know what I'm saying? You gotta understand what's happening. When you're going through the darkest times that you just gotta understand this is what's happening right now. Oh, this is a test. Oh, this is a test. That's what it is. It's a test. Like when you going like I know some people that are going through some real fucked up times right now. You know what I'm saying? Some real trying times, myself included. I know people that have they got people that's passing away and transitioning into the next life, but or in their eyes maybe they feel like the person is gone forever now. But I got people that's just facing different challenges, like big challenges, the type of challenges that keep people in the gridlock, keep people in a headlock, some people's entire life. Addictions, you know what I'm saying? Fucking run-ins with the law, life and death shit. Like I know people that's going through some real fucked up times, man. It is never over, man. It's never over. The same way people say it could always get worse, it could always get better. And you got the power. You got the power. I know it sometimes it may not feel like it. It may not feel like it. You know what I'm saying? You might feel like you losing control over your emotions. You losing control over your stability. You losing you losing relationships. Like I know in that moments it's gonna feel like, but I'm telling you, when you understand what's going on, oh, I'm being directed towards myself. I'm being pushed towards myself. I'm being given an opportunity to build character and have a more authentic relationship with God, which is myself. You know what I'm saying? That's how you gotta see that shit. You could get locked up. You could get locked up, being there for a minute. Why is this happening? It's not why is this happening to me, it's why is this happening? Why could this be happening? You know what I'm saying? If if everything was set up for me to succeed in life, then why would this happen? Ah, I need to work on my discipline. This is the environment for me to do it. Or I need to get away from these people. This is the opportunity for me to stabilize my social environment. You know what I'm saying? Bro, a lot of it's been times when what I'm saying, like I'm I'm fucked up. I'm in a situation. I'm in a jam. Oh shit! Something just happened. Now I'm in the hospital. Now I'm on a plane. You know what I'm saying? And I've been through things and seen how things have played out. If you really reflect, if you are really a reflective person, a lot of times in hindsight, they say it's 2020. You can usually find out why. You can usually find out why this shit served you. You know what I'm saying? In what way it served you. Maybe something got taken from you because you wasn't ready for it. Maybe you was about to squander that shit, or maybe somebody was removed for your life so that you could actually be with a different person later down the line. Maybe if you was with that first person and you would have never met that next person. You know what I'm saying? Things is being lined up for you to succeed, man. You gotta believe that shit. You don't have to believe it. but it would be helpful. It helps me. You know what I'm saying? On the opposite end, of course, you could think, well, what if this shit is designed to what if everything is, what if I'm doomed? What if, what I'm saying, this shit is actually just set up to fuck me over and thrust me into hell? What if that's what it, what answer do I got for that? Man, if you think and if you choose to believe that everything that's happening in your life right now is designed for you to fail, then why try? And what were all the good moments about? Because it wasn't all bad. You know what I'm saying? You gotta believe in yourself, man. Believe in yourself. Believe that no matter what the fuck happened, I'm gonna get through this. No matter what happened, I don't care what the fuck happened. Like, I don't give a, I don't, it's not going to change. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to change my mission. It's not going to change my purpose. It's not going to change my motive. It's not going to change. It's not going to, you know what I'm saying? So, you just gotta, you might feel like you ain't got nobody right now. That could be a fucking good thing. Somewhere, somebody who got everybody, and that's their problem. They got too many people around them. You know what I'm saying? Not having nobody around, feeling alone, like that could be a good thing. That's when you go in the dark and you create some shit. That's when it's gonna be the easiest to do something, when you're not clouded by everybody else's psyche that you around all the time. Like, you know, you gotta find the positive. To find find the benefit. Of the suffering. What is this for? And then stop suffering, nigga. You know what I'm saying? We creating our own suffering. Like I said, people get beat up, and then they beat themselves up for getting beat up. You know what I'm saying? You get a low grade on the test, and you fucking beat yourself up about it afterwards. Then you get a whooping from your mom or your dad or some shit. Beat yourself up after that. Now you sulking in all of these fucking pissy ass emotions of self pity and self doubt. Just making it worse. You're just making it worse. It can always get worse. You could go that route to the end of the end. But the same way it can always get worse, it can always get better. So I beg of you to find something. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you really believe that serves you? Something that you believe in that serves you. It could be something as simple as, I believe that if I take care of my body, then, you know what I'm saying, I'm doing God's work. I'm destined to succeed if I, whatever you believe in, that is serving you and is not hurting you, is serving you. Deepen that bond with that. Strengthen your bond with that. You know what I'm saying? You might believe no matter what happens, I'm gonna be alright. If you believe that, build on that shit. Strengthen your belief in that. Strengthen it. Find more reasons, find more inspiration that is going to fuel that, you know what I'm saying, that belief. And that because you're making it real. You're gonna make it real. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna make the shit real. It's not supposed to be easy. It's not supposed to be easy, but it don't gotta be hard all the time. If you sit down, sometimes you just gotta sit the fuck down and just be quiet. Or be alone with yourself. And or study and research and be inspired by other people and teachers and students that are studying what you're into. You're never really alone, you know what I'm saying? There's always tools, outlets, and resources that we can use. I got nothing else. It's winter time, man. It's cold out here in Chicago. It's cold as fuck. And it's that time, you know what I'm saying? It's that time to hunker down and get it. You know what I'm saying? It's time to hunker down and get it. It's that time. It's that time. Whatever you gotta do, whatever cave you gotta crawl into, so that when you come out that motherfucker, that you know you got everything that you need, that you want, that you could hope for, to propel you into the next stage of life. Get in that fucking cave. Go in that dark place. You know what I'm saying? Whatever has been presented to you, whatever challenge, man, that's been presented to you, accept it. Accept the challenge. Don't run from it. You know, accept the challenge. It's not supposed to be easy, but it don't gotta be hard. Embrace the pain, embrace the struggle, embrace the joy too. Don't be afraid to get your hopes up. Don't be afraid to dream just because you feel like it's just a matter of time before things go sideways again. Embrace both. Embrace the entire process. When you in that low place, man, you're in that low place, and that's what it is. I don't want to talk to nobody. I don't want to be around nobody. I don't want to kick it. I don't want to hee. I don't want to do none of that shit. I'm in this place. You know what I'm saying? Be in it. Be in it. But when things start looking up, you know what I'm saying? You can smile, you can joke, you can laugh. You know you'll feel it because naturally it's gonna feel natural and organic. But you want to be in the flow. You see how fast you just go up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. See how fast? What happens is people get stuck, and they get stuck on a certain stagnation there. You know what I'm saying? That's based out of attachments that you have to certain experiences and emotions. You know, it might be easier for you to embrace the pain than it is for you to embrace the joy. It might be easier for you to embrace the joy, you know, than it is for you to embrace the pain. But it's not one or the other. It's the whole thing. It's the whole shit. It's all one thing. It's all one. It's all one. You know what I'm saying? We had like it's all one. I almost ranted into something else, but I'm gonna cut it short here. This is the longest live I got. It's all one. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Feel your feelings and put yourself in position to get to where you want to be. Put yourself in position. Be patient. Be patient. You gotta be patient. This doesn't happen fast enough. I've been fucked up for a whole week. Well, yeah, nigga, you just spent the whole check. You know what I'm saying? Now this week is gonna be hard. You be patient. You gotta be patient. You don't get in them situations overnight. So you're not gonna get out of them overnight, but be patient, feel them feelings, and build that momentum. You know what I'm saying? Build that momentum every single day with everything that you do. When you wake up early, or whatever time you need to, whatever your schedule is, work out. Whatever makes you feel good, whatever makes you feel like you doing right, like you living righteous. Whatever it is, do that shit. Build that momentum. But you gotta ride that wave. You gotta ride that wave. And you gotta learn how to not make things worse for yourself when you already in a fucked up situation. You know? Be proactive about it. My name is Don Ali. I just feel like I just gave you a little TED talk or something. But man, I'll be back on here. Peace and prosperity always.